I had 100 million followers and nobody knew who I was.
100 million people loved my content, but my real face? Completely hidden.
Every video I posted went viral instantly, but my real identity stayed completely secret.
The internet was obsessed, trying to figure out who I really was. By day, I was just a regular girl, unnoticed, invisible, forgettable. But by night, I became someone completely different. Someone famous, powerful, unstoppable. At school, nobody looked at me. Nobody knew me. Nobody cared. I was the loneliest person at school. Completely invisible. Teachers forgot my name. Cholafon name. Classmates never noticed me. I was a ghost. But online, I was everything they could never be. My content was raw, honest, beautiful, everything I couldn't be in real life.
Today I'm talking about the pain of feeling invisible. The weight of being nobody. My videos didn't just get views, they got LO'd by millions of people I would never meet.
People told me I saved their lives, but they didn't know me at all. My family thought I was lost in schoolwork. They had no idea I was building an empire online. How could I tell them? They would never understand that I was more famous online than anyone in our city. You used to tell me everything, now you barely look at me. I had millions of people who loved the version of me they knew, but nobody loved the real me. I was surrounded by 100 million people, and I had never felt more alone. Real friends could laugh together face to face, but my friends only knew my voice.
The girl in the screen, she was brave, confident, inspiring, everything the real me could never be.
I had every achievement I ever wanted, except one. Nobody knew who to celebrate. You're so boring. You never say anything. Do you even have a personality?
If only they knew. The girl they thought was invisible had a voice that moved millions.
The pressure to reveal myself was becoming unbearable. My community was demanding answers. Everyone wanted to know who I was. But I was terrified that revealing myself would destroy everything. I was at a crossroads. Keep hiding and lose myself completely, or reveal the truth and risk losing everything. The weight of 100 million people's expectations was crushing me. You're acting so weird lately. What's going on with you? You're like a different person.
Wait, YOU? You're the artist with 100 million followers? That's impossible!
I've been hiding my identity for 3 years, creating content that changed millions of lives, while being invisible here. Even my best friend felt betrayed. I had pushed everyone away to protect my secret. Having told someone the truth, I realized how much damage I had done keeping secrets. After 3 years of hiding, I'm ready to show you who I really am.
The girl you know online and the girl in front of you now are the same person, finally whole.
This is me. This is really me. And I'm terrified, and I'm ready. The video broke the internet. My face became the most searched image that day. In 24 hours, I went from completely unknown to the most recognized face on the internet. The girl who was invisible suddenly became the most visible person in school. Everything I had built in secret was now public, exposed, judged by the entire world. The internet's love turned to judgment instantly. People had built up an image of who I should be, and I wasn't it.
We had no idea you were so famous. Why didn't you tell us?
100 million followers? And you are hiding this from us? Who are you really?
Who are you really? For 3 years, I was someone else. Now revealed, I didn't know how to be myself. Everybody knows now. The whole school is talking about you. How does that feel? The attention I thought I wanted was suffocating me. I couldn't breathe. Being visible felt worse than being invisible. At least when I was hidden, I had control. I had revealed my face to 100 million people, but I was more lost than ever. Suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of me, the real me, but they still didn't actually know me.
has may ending to meet kill.
So tell us, what made you decide to reveal your identity after all this time?
I felt like my community deserved to know the real me, so here I am.
I gave them the girl they wanted to see, a polished, perfect version of myself. The real me was still hidden.
Revealing my face didn't set me free. It just created a new prison. The prison of being exactly what everyone expected.
You're like super famous now. Everyone wants to be your friend. Isn't this everything you wanted? Fame without authenticity, popularity without real friendship, success without happiness. I had won at a game I never wanted to play.
100 million people claimed to love me, but not one person really knew me. They loved a version of me that didn't exist, and hated the real version they had just discovered.
The truth is, I'm struggling. Revealing myself didn't make me feel better. It made me feel worse.
Honesty was punished, and people wanted the perfect girl, not the broken one. I had finally shown them my real face, and they still didn't see the real me. My family wanted to celebrate my success, but I was having a complete breakdown. Honey, you don't seem happy. Oh, is everything okay? You should be celebrating.
I feel like the more of me they see, the less of me there is. Does that make sense?
The girl who was invisible had become a spectacle, but still completely alone. Who was looking back at me? Was it the girl I created? Was it me? I didn't know anymore. I had revealed my face, but I was more invisible than ever. I'm worried about you. You're not yourself. Let me help. I couldn't let anyone help because the person they were trying to help didn't exist. The weight of being known by everyone while knowing nothing about myself was too much to bear. I was breaking, and nobody could see it because they only saw the face, not the person behind it. I'm taking a break. I need to figure out who I am, away from the cameras, away from the audience. The girl with 100 million followers went completely silent.
And in the silence, I finally started to find myself.
Away from the judgment, away from the need to be anything, I began to discover who I actually was.
The girl I had hidden from was the one who could have always understood me.
I don't know if I want to go back online. The girl I became there. She wasn't me.
I'm sorry I kept this secret from you. I was scared, but I'm not scared anymore.
You don't have to be famous. You just have to be you. And that's enough for us.
I had spent 3 years building an empire, only to realize the only thing I needed was to know myself. The girl with 100 million followers finally became real.
When I stopped trying to be someone everyone else wanted, I finally became someone worth knowing.
I opened my laptop again, not to hide, but to connect authentically.
I don't have all the answers. I'm still figuring it out, but I'm doing it, honestly.
When I stopped performing, my community suddenly became real.
I learned that being known by millions means nothing if you don't know yourself.
The girl with 100 million followers finally found what she was really looking for. Herself. 2 weeks without posting. 2 weeks without checking comments. 2 weeks of actual silence. The weight I didn't know I was carrying started to lift.
My community was waiting, but I couldn't come back until I knew who I was coming back as. I started writing, just for me, not for millions, just to understand myself. My family got me back, the real me, not the performing version.
I'm so glad you're back. The real you, my daughter, not the famous person.
This is better. You, just being you, without trying to be anyone.
Being invisible at school wasn't my real problem. Being unable to be authentic was.
When I stopped trying to be invisible and stopped trying to be famous, I just became myself.
I participated in class, not to impress, just because I had something to say.
I opened my laptop again, but this time, I knew exactly who I was opening it as.
I want to talk about what happened. The pressure of being known by millions. The pain of not knowing yourself.
I hit upload, not expecting millions of views, just hoping to help one person understand what I learned. The response was different this time. People connected to the real struggle, not the performance.
I turned my pain into purpose. My struggle into service.
The girl with 100 million followers who was finally becoming someone worth following. I was selective now about what I shared, about who I shared it with.
I realized my story could help people, not because I'm famous, but because I'm honest about my struggle.
One message from one person saying my honesty saved their life meant more than 1 million empty followers ever could.
Speaking to young people who were struggling with the same pressures I faced felt like my real purpose.
I know how it feels to hide, to be afraid. Let me help you find your way faster than I found mine.
I became what I wished I had had, someone who understood, someone who had survived.
My biggest failure became my greatest strength because I was finally authentic about it. Being authentically myself brought more genuine connection than all my years of hiding ever could.
This is what real connection looks like, not millions of followers, just real people helping real people.
The girl who was invisible at school and famous online finally found a middle ground. She found herself. I learned that being known doesn't mean anything if the person being known isn't real.
Opportunities came, but now I chose them based on purpose, not fame.
My path forward wasn't about becoming more famous. It was about becoming more myself.
I decorated my space with things that mattered, not metrics that measured nothing real.
A year later, I was unrecognizable, not in appearance, but in spirit. In a new place, with new people, I got to be myself from the beginning.
Don't hide like I did. Don't perform like I did. Just be authentically yourself from the start.
Recognition came, but it was for my authenticity, not my anonymity.
My content changed from seeking validation to offering help.
Universities wanted me not because I was famous, but because I was real.
I turned my pain into work that mattered. Writing became my voice, authentic and purposeful.
The girl who hid behind a pink avatar was now speaking truth to thousands.
Real love found me when I stopped performing, when I just was.
The two versions of me finally merged into one authentic person.
I chose to be known as the real me, on my own terms.
The eyes that once hid behind an avatar now looked directly at the world.
My story became a movement. You're not broken for wanting to hide, but you're stronger when you're real.
My pain became someone else's permission.
The girl in the mirror finally looked like the girl I actually was.
Being known, true known, was far more powerful than being famous.
The integration was complete. The girl with 100 million followers finally knew who she was. Looking back, I understand now why that happened and what it taught me. The girl who built an empire in hiding became a woman who built a movement in authenticity.
I wrote about it so others wouldn't have to live it.
My face became my statement.
Every person who told me my story helped them. Made my pain purposeful.
We've built an internet culture that rewards hiding and performing, and we need to build one that celebrates being real.
Being able to use my platform to change how we think about authenticity online was the greatest honor.
My experience informed policy. My pain became prevention for others. It feels like my pain finally makes sense, not because it had to happen, but because it's helping and prevent others from experiencing it.
I invested in the next generation of authentic leaders.
Growing up in authenticity is far different than growing up in hiding.
The girl who was invisible at school became the voice millions of teens needed to hear.
I reclaimed my story, turned it into a movement.
The person who loved me.
I built a life around real connection, not metrics. I really want us to have 2 kids.
That sounds perfect.
Recognition came for being myself, which was always the point.
My struggle became knowledge. My pain became education. 5 years after revealing my face, I finally understood what that moment meant. It wasn't about being seen by millions. It was about finally seeing myself. You are not broken for wanting to hide, but you are complete when you're real.
The movement started with one girl's pain, became a global conversation about authenticity.
My legacy wasn't followers, it was people.
We build walls to protect ourselves, then spend our lives trying to tear them down. Let's start by never building them.
The girl who hid behind a pink avatar became a doctor who studied why we hide.
My pain became research, became knowledge, became prevention.
Looking back at everything, what do you want people to understand?
I want them to know that their story matters and they don't have to hide.
And you are not stronger when you're hidden. You are free when you're real. And freedom is more powerful than fame could ever be.
I teach what I learned the hard way so others can learn it the easy way.
My classroom became a space where authenticity was celebrated, not performance rewarded.
My story kept growing because I kept growing.
Dad, thank you for loving me, the real me, even when I didn't know who that was.
I'm most proud of you, not for what you achieved, but for who you became.
The friend who stood by me through my crisis became the sister I chose.
Our friendship became our work. Our shared purpose became our mission.
The girl who wanted to be known by millions became known by the people who mattered.
Being real is an act of revolution in a world that profits from your insecurity.
And that is the future of our digital identity. Her message changed a culture.
I look at her, and I don't see failure, and I see the beginning of my becoming.
If you're watching this, hiding behind an avatar, hiding behind a persona, know that the world needs your real self.
Being authentic is terrifying, but being hidden is devastating. And choose terrifying, it leads to freedom.
Jinsu. I had 100 million followers, but nobody knew who I am. Now I have real people, and they know exactly who I am.
From invisible to finally seen, not because of followers, but because she was real.
The girl with 100 million followers became a woman with 100 million impacts. Her story changed the internet because her authenticity refused to perform. And somewhere, another girl was finally choosing to be real.
The lessons she learned became the values she taught, became the culture she changed.
The girl with 100 million followers but nobody knew who she was finally became the woman everyone needed to know because